Hold on, it's going live.
You're done? You're not going to do it?
You know what I mean?
What's up, everybody?
You know what that beat sounds like? You know that annoying, lovely but genius, but you know his parents are filthy rich ass 4-year-old kid who just mastered all of beat production?
Yeah. I see
That little bastard. But oh my god, that kid! Like I love him, but he also pisses me off so much because he's just like, "Oh, this sounds like the key of this." Makes Far Side running, and you're like, oh. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, when your parents give you everything, like give you the whole setup.
Who his dad is? Who's your dad? What does he do? Who's your dad?
Well, you know what?
What does he do?
Shout out to that little kid. When your parents give you everything and you don't squander the crap out of it.
I mean, he's too young to even squander it, though. That's the thing. Like, he's so young that he doesn't even understand the concept of squandering. It's just like, oh, there's a keyboard here and a guitar, and this is what I want to do now, so I'm just gonna do this. And you're like, kid, do you even understand what you're doing yet? It's like, all right, you don't. I mean, you do, sure.
You do because you have 17 million followers.
There's not many.
No way, yeah, come on. There's no way that kid does not know that what he's doing. His parents are. It's like the other little kid who plays with toys and he has his own like YouTube channel. Like, come on, these parents are fully macking, pimping, dirty macking their kids. It's like dirty mac and cheese. That's what this is. Like, come on.
We'll have to discuss that after we talk this. We got the Joker trailer. I wanted us to do the live reaction because I feel it came out yesterday. I actually saw it. I saw it like 30 seconds after it came out, and I wanted to record a thing, but I was sitting on a bus, and I was like, "Yeah, this isn't going to work if I try and record."
People just nudging you. Shut up.
Dude next to me is like
on my shoulder.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, dude's looking over my shoulder. He's just like, "Nah, nigga, that ain't Joker."
That actually would be authentic if you had people peering over your shoulder in your live reaction.
That would be good.
That would be
like
awesome.
A live street reaction. I would.
Someone just looking and they peel back and you're like, no, come. That'd be great.
So yeah, let's react to this. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
I see. I can react to you because it's wild.
All right. Oh, there's Janessa. Hold on, let's add her in. We're watching the Joker trailer. We're gonna do our live reaction.
Oh, okay, exciting.
Here we go.
Let's go, boys. It's showtime. Wakey.
Hey, Fleck, you got a joke for us today?
We use music to make
First
us
things
whole,
first. Since when
to balance.
is this a
the
prison and an
fractions
insane asylum?
within ourselves.
Like, what's happening? Why are you telling me shush? We're supposed to be reacting.
Just watch.
I'm nobody.
Oh,
I literally we're supposed to.
No, I would assume there's like
a
some
trailer. Why are we just watching?
My life like you have.
People could just watch this if they wanted to. That's not the point of a reaction video.
And there's 90.
Cinematography's on point though.
Sure.
This is the best.
Let's get out of here.
I just have concerns already
Yeah.
because this is
When
a lot of this is just in his head. Is what I.
Your head.
When I saw this,
Mm,
I was like, La La Land. We're doing a reference to La La Land straight up.
yeah.
But I'm sure La La Land is a reference to a bunch of other old school.
Shoot them.
Well, we did Singing in the Rain already. But like this is like these are the classic variety show throwbacks, right? Like
Yeah.
You understand they're giving away the movie, right?
Tell us what's changed.
honestly, I'm hoping that okay, hold on. I gotta pause for a second. So he does the kick on the stairs in the first one, which became a very iconic kind of poster
Moment.
scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people started going up those stairs all the time. It became a whole big thing. People being like, I'm doing my Joker thing. And then you do the trailer for the second one. Now, obviously, again, if you look at the background to this looks like it's in his head.
Yeah, it's very staged.
Yeah.
Very staged.
Stage play.
Yeah. Yeah, the columns and everything look really fake. The banners, everyone holding up. I'm thinking that every time we see him in this outfit, where it's the same outfit as the end of the first movie, it's in his head because it's him living in the perfect fantasy version. The same way,
seems like it.
Yeah, the same way like he had the relationship with Zazie in the first one, and everything was in his head. I don't know, Todd Phillips. Let's continue, but I don't know.
I'll tell you what's changed. We are alone.
That's a Easter egg.
That's what we should be talking about.
It is giving La La Land.
Yep. Blows up the courtroom.
Oh boy. Now, everyone talks about this.
This is the coolest part of the whole movie.
Yeah, this is this is so annoying because it's so cheesy, but it's so perfect. Like,
it's the coolest part of the whole movie, guaranteed.
It's
no, I'm serious. That's it. This is the high point. This is the high point of the movie.
Really good. Shot super well.
You mean even when we go to the theater, that's gonna be the high point? That's it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
In doing this?
Yes.
Oh, that's depressing. If that's
because the ending, I'm guaranteed the third act of this movie is going to be a bunch of jumping back and forth between those cinematic scenes that we saw that we don't know what's in their head, what's not in their head. We're going to find out. Joker went to trial. She went in there strapped with a bomb. Kaboom! Blew up everybody. That's it.
Oh, you think everyone's going to be dead by the end?
No, they showed you the scene.
No, I don't.
They done showed you the scene.
What?
What scene? The scene of a courtroom and people being blowed up. That's the ending of the movie. There's no way this movie.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Well, let me double check.
Look at that! Look at that! That whole scene where it's just boom, right? No, like right.
Yeah, hold on.
This.
You're talking about right after
there,
this.
right? That's the end.
I don't think that's the end. I don't
know.
Where are you putting a scene like that in the movie, guys?
I think his could be
in Superman versus Batman. It did it in the middle.
Okay, yes, but they've learned from that.
But yeah, it could just be like an attack, like they're robbing a bank or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't see Joker and this Harley Quinn actually committing any crimes. I see them being martyrs for a revolution, just like he was, and people being like, "Free him," and then being like,
It's
"Chaos."
giving.
This is definitely. I'll give it to Skinny though. This is definitely a courtroom. I just don't think that it's.
That's true.
I don't think it's the end of the film. I don't think it's going to be that. If Todd Phillips is showing us the end of the film in the trailer like that,
he don't plan on coming back. He don't want to do a third one.
No, but also shame on you as a director. You're gonna put the end. You're gonna put the final act fight in. Like, how many trailers have you seen where they put the final fight in the movie in the trailer?
Bad movies? No, I don't know.
Terminator movies.
The Terminator movie shows the final battle. I don't remember that, but
Genesis.
I would assume so.
Genesis, whatever that one was called.
But I'm just like, keep in mind, not all the time the director gets to control the trailer that comes out. It's usually they film some scenes for the trailer and then they give it to the marketing people and then
That's true. Sometimes some scenes in the trailer are not even in the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys heard about the lawsuit with yesterday. The two guys sued the makers of Yesterday because what's her name?
Oh,
Ana de Armas wasn't in the movie as much as the trailer depicted, so they sued for false advertising
and won.
They lost.
Did they win? Yeah, okay.
Oh no, they lost.
Okay,
the judge threw it out. The judge was just like, "In what world do you think you can just be like, hey man, we didn't see enough of this actress in the trailer. She's in the trailer and she's in the movie. You don't necessarily get her as much as you want. That's not them lying. A trailer doesn't tell you how many minutes someone. It's not like hockey. It's not like court time in basketball or time on the ice in hockey. What are you talking about? Like, that is so ridiculous.
Not like
were they hoping to see the girl more and less of the Indian guy? Is that what they were hoping for?
They were annoyed because in the trailer she appears to be the love interest. And then when the movie came out, they did 2 screenings of it, and like they usually do for these movies. And the cut of the film where she is the love interest and cheats on the girl that he's with to be with her, people didn't respond as well. So they decided to cut that story completely. He just meets her on the late night show, and then he continues the story in which he's with the love interest. And they got mad because they said the trailer makes it seem like he's in love with her. Yes, the trailer also showed me the Hulk running through Wakanda. Guess what? Motherfucker can't run anymore because he wasn't the Hulk no more. I'm not going to sue Disney and be like,
I'm suing Disney. I'm suing Disney.
We're also
Thor
from a
Ragnarok.
country. Yeah.
Thor had 2 eyes.
Right.
In the movie, he only had 1.
Right.
We're also from a country where we're trained to be like, I'll sue you. Oh, wait, no, we can't. We're in Canada.
Yeah.
If we were in the States where you could actually just do that shit from jump for the dumbest shit,
But that's a lot of money, no?
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
filing a
that's your
lawsuit?
time. That's you taking time off work to go to court.
bro,
To
these
present
guys
your
don't have
case,
Medicare. They
to
know
do
what
all
time.
this
They
stuff.
know what it's up.
Yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to say to your boss, "Hey, I need to take Friday off." Oh, is everything okay? Yeah, I got a lawsuit. Oh my God, what happened? Well, I saw the trailer for Thor Ragnarok, and in the trailer he has two eyes, and my ass said, "Well, I'm not okay with him only having one at the end, so I'm suing Disney, sir. If you don't get out of this office and pack your bags as quickly as possible,
Bro, if you don't leave right now,
Get
I-
out of my house. If you leave, don't bother coming back.
honestly, because I would fire them and then go to the court case for wrongful dismissal and be like, this is a court case, you idiot. This is a court case. What you were doing before was not a court case. You're a fool."
You're an idiot. That's great.
This trailer though is giving Bonnie and Clyde,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
but like
I mean,
a musical theatrical version of it.
Which I don't think guys, anyone in this room right now, do you want a musical theatrical version of the Joker and Harley Quinn running
Bro,
through?
I didn't ask
don't
for
know.
the first movie, so this movie is the fact
Hey, that was good though.
I'm not saying it was actually no, I'm not saying it was good. I'm saying I saw it and I was just like, yeah, confirmed. Didn't need that, and I never saw it again. So if this comes out, I will go see it, maybe, and then I'll be like, all right, thanks for that.
I will give credit. I was at a point when the first one came out that I was just like, there's no way this is going to be good. I have no interest in a solo Joker movie.
We both mutually did not care about this
Yeah,
one.
we didn't care. Yeah. And then the movie came out. I saw it
That's
in
fair.
theaters. I was just like, this is actually more impressive than I expected.
Anything with Joaquin Phoenix, like, I
Great
mean, I'm not trying to toot his. He's a great actor, but I'm not trying to toot his horn. But I just find he's good at choosing projects, and often the stuff that he works in, I have high hopes for it. I'm not saying every single thing he's done is
Right.
amazing, but he's good at choosing his
He
work.
definitely has the opposite of Kate Mara syndrome, because that girl did not pick a good script to save her life.
Which one's her Kate Mara again?
Kate Mara is Sue Storm from Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
And that girl,
yeah.
that girl's cinematography, not cinematography, hers filmography. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, there's so much potential in all the projects you have on television, but every time they give you a film, somehow you come out looking the worst out of all the people. She has a movie called Morgan with Anya Taylor, what's her name?
Yeah.
And
Joy?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Joy, thank you. And in the movie, Anya Taylor-Joy's character is irredeemable. She's a horrible, horrible robot monster that murders everyone.
Oh yes, I remember
Yeah,
this. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, Kate Mara, somehow the one that looks worse at the end of the film,
What?
even though she was the one trying to save the day. She's the hero beating a demonic robot, and somehow when she kills the robot, you feel bad for the robot who just murdered everybody.
She didn't know any better. She just wanted to murder people. Let her murder people.
Is she a good actress though? I haven't really seen her in much.
Kate Mara? I
Yeah.
mean, she was really good on what's that show that they had on Netflix? The one that House of Cards. She was great on House of Cards.
Haven't seen it.
She was good in what was the other thing that she was in that I thought she was great? Again, TV stuff. Every time I see her on a TV show, I'm like, oh, you're really good in this. But anytime I see her in a movie, somehow she just does not shine, which is very unfortunate. But like you're saying, Joaquin Phoenix always finds a way to pop off.
But isn't Joker kind of like Taxi Driver and then a few
yes,
other
inspired.
movies
Mhm.
thrown
Yeah.
in there?
Todd Phillips
Yeah.
said he was inspired. Yes, definitely.
And then you even got like Robert De Niro in there too.
Yeah. Well, in the first one,
Yeah.
he's not
First
coming
one,
back
yeah.
in the
Still-
second one.
Doesn't change though that it's a great movie.
I mean,
Well,
how
I
often
thought.
do you get to tell your version of Taxi Driver and somehow you're telling it in the DC universe? That is shocking that
From
those
the
two
mind.
things can be said in one sentence and it's not.
When you put it that way, yeah.
It could have
Insane.
been anything. It could have just been Taxi Driver. I would have much liked the story if it wasn't Joker. Because
Really?
You're
only
right.
because it's for all the people that are like looking at this, not with just a like this is a film. They're looking at like, this is gonna tie into something. This is gonna all the people hunting this and scouring this for Easter eggs of Batman or whatever. It's like you could have just told the story without this being Joker. This could have just been a pathetic comedian who snapped. That's it.
So Skinny, I got to give you credit for that. I also agree that I didn't need it to be set in Gotham. That was something I did say when I first saw the film the first time. Had you just told me this, had you just done this film and had it just been a guy who breaks and goes through a wild adventure, I think the film could have been great. I think him making it Joker was so that he could tap into a fan base that, like Skinny's saying, is going to go into that film trying to find every Easter egg. And then he had to put in an Easter egg, because I definitely feel that scene when he goes to the Wayne Manor. That felt like it was done specifically just to be like, yes, Batman exists in this universe. The little kid who's finger.
Well, they had to, yeah.
But that's it. If like Skinny said, if he stepped away and said, let me just do a really good film about like schizophrenic attempted like a stand-up comedian who has mental issues and just can't cope and is seeing Zazie Beetz as his girlfriend. It's a hard sell, yeah.
It's a hard sell, because I'll tell you right now, from the director of Road Trip, Old School, Starsky and Hutch, The Hangover, The Hangover Part 2, The Hangover Part 3, Due Date, War Dogs brings you the Joker.
Yeah. Honestly,
the Joker Part 2. So it's that was his run up to the Joker. All these other movies that are comedies.
Yeah, I give it to Jaws. A lot of people, he 100% went into that Warner Brothers office with the pitch of like, I want to do a Joker movie. And then when he got the approval, went to the set and said, okay, we're doing Taxi set in Gotham.
We're doing Taxi Driver set in Gotham.
Joaquin, are you okay with that? And Joaquin's just like, bitch, I've been ready. I've wanted to remake that. Like, Joaquin Phoenix was probably just like salivating at that role.
But Joaquin just likes playing. He likes playing roles of somebody who's losing their mind.
I would have leaned into the comedy a little. I would have leaned into my comedy background, had everyone think, oh man, this is gonna be a great comedy, and it's into the crazy, like not even a joke, and people would have just left that like, Robin Williams in Insomnia.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
left you like that, like wow.
I mean, a touch of Jordan Peele. Like, if you watch Key and Peele, those sketches, those comedic sketches, he always says there's a thin line between comedy and horror, and I like to teeter the line, and he does it so well. And I feel like Todd Phillips had the chance with Joker 1 to kind of walk that tightrope of kind of a thriller type thing, and he said it in Gotham. And again, I actually like the film. The scene where he kills those two guys, the bankers, like it's intense, it's dark, it's interesting. But again, I think what Jaws was saying is really the nail in the coffin of Todd Phillips trying to pitch that movie without it being set in Gotham, because
and I think also that he probably just wanted to do more of a straight movie, and he didn't want to be like, oh well, he has to go into his comedy bag because that's all he knows. It's like, no, I got range, I could do this. I got range. I got range, I could do this. Like, come on. And also the fact that like, it's a pretty heavy movie. I think a lot of stuff was, I think I would assume a lot of people were feeling it, but it's one of those weird things where you're like, oh, that was a good movie. Keep it rolling. Let's move. Let's
go.
Nothing was learned. Let's keep it moving.
When they announced the sequel, can I get you guys' thoughts on, because I think we did talk about it at the time, but how do you feel now that we've seen the trailer and it's actually here, the cast is who it is? What are your thoughts on the idea of this sequel, and potentially what if they decide to do a third?
Why?
Where do you go? Where do you go with it?
Yeah,
you already made it a musical.
But I mean,
it's already too much.
But where would you have gone after the first? I didn't think you would do a second. That's what I'm like.
That's the thing. I think the first one was really good, and I think it was good as a standalone. I don't understand why they brought Lady Gaga now involved. Like, it's almost like I feel like they loved, because everyone raved about Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born.
Yeah,
I feel like they loved her so much in that, and that this is gonna be kind of like the Joker version of A Star Is well, not really A Star Is Born the story, but just I guess the musical aspect of it. I don't know.
I like that
'Cause
people
it's like this-
forget about House of Gucci.
Oh yeah. Yikes.
Is that movie that bad? Because my buddy says he likes it, but people just keep shitting on it all the time.
I mean, I didn't like it.
I think maybe because it just felt like maybe some people's accents are just a little bit too much. And also Jared Leto didn't have to play the fat dude because that dude was not fat. He did not look as fat and as pathetic as Jared Leto did.
Oh,
I don't know why Jared Leto
Wait.
went in that direction with that dude.
Why does Jared Leto?
Jared Leto and Christian Bale, both the type to be like, I'm gonna destroy my body for this role.
Yeah, but
who's scarier, Christian Bale or Jared Leto?
Oh, I'm more well. Okay, if you're on set, which is scarier to you? And Skinny, I do want to answer the question, but I want to give context. The guy who screams on set, or the guy who leaves like dead rats in your trailer?
Leto. For me, can I say mine?
What?
Yeah, Leto is scarier because Christian Bale's only yelling because you're not doing your job. Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's distracting the crap out of him. It's distracting him so bad he's in and out of accents.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
They're both equally scary, but in different ways.
It's those people who take it to a level of seriousness that you're like, hey man, we're all just here to have fun. Why are you going that crazy with it? Like Leto deciding that on Suicide Squad he was going to go next level with it and start pranking everybody. I like what Viola Davis said though. She's just like, no, he didn't fuck with me because he knew better.
Yeah, good.
That was
the
great.
Same thing happened with him and Denzel. They did a movie together.
Oh, did they?
Really?
and he talked to him one time.
Oh God.
Start working.
He told him one time, "This is it. Don't with me." Oh wait, I know which movie that is. That's the one where they're in the serial killer and they're trying to figure out who the serial killer with Rami.
Rami Malek.
Rami Malek.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's the name of that film? That film's actually very interesting. Although I didn't like the ending, but it was very interesting.
I don't know. I can't take Jared Leto like seriously.
How come?
I don't know. There's something.
Look at him. What do you mean? How come?
There's just something about him. Like
the guy's got permanent eyeliner. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just feel like
a reason not to take someone seriously as an actor.
No, it's more just like he seems like a joke. Like I wouldn't be. I don't know.
All right. I didn't realize it was like that out there.
When you look 16 and you're 50, there's something wrong.
I mean, yes,
I don't know.
plastic surgery is a bitch, but
nah, that's reverse Aerosmith. Like how do you do it worse than Steve Tyler?
Reverse Aerosmith.
Like Steve Tyler is better than you.
I'm just gonna write down reverse Aerosmith before I forget it. That is a
Oh, you mean like the Stinger commercial? The Kia Stinger commercial where he drives backwards in the car and he comes young.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that commercial.
That weird commercial.
He just seems like a character. I don't know what it is about him. I can't take him serious.
Yeah.
Okay, can we list 2 or 3 other actors we can't take serious? So Leto. Who's another actor that anytime you see a movie and you see them on the poster or you see their name, you're just like, oh, this shit ain't gonna be serious.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
really?
Facts though.
He's
the
fan.
Jazz artist. He's the jazz.
Not a fan.
I know, but what he did with deciding he was going to take every project made it that any project he did.
I know, but I hate it.
Yeah. I understand. I understand. Like
I can't.
And that's the reason I didn't see the movie Pig for as long as I did. But when I saw it,
that was his best one. No,
dude, Pig is a 10 on 10 film. Ness, are you saying you don't like Pig? There is no fat in the movie. The movie is just perfect film. It's perfect story. There's no extra. There's no bullshit. It's like, this is what's going on. This is where this goes. This is the next thing. This is where we are. Get to the end of the movie. Done.
I will rewatch it because
I've heard a lot of people.
It's
trying to convince me, but maybe it's just because I have a thing against Nicolas Cage. I'm already biased when I go into movies. I already have my mind made up.
This actor isn't in movies a lot. It's probably because he sucks and I don't like him. But what's the Tim and Eric?
Oh,
what did the Tim and Eric duo? What's the Tim Heidecker? Is that the actor's name? The comedian?
The guy who's in. Oh yeah. Tim Heidecker. Hold on.
I think that's his last name.
Tim Heidecker.
anytime I see Tim Heidecker in something, I no longer want to watch it. When he shows up on screen, I want to turn the things off.
I've actually never seen this guy.
I can't stand him. I can't stand him.
He's a comedian?
He's the blonde one, right? Because there's
Sure.
Eric is the taller, like dark-haired dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Tim Heidecker. Can't stand you. You are the Dan Harmon of TV shows.
Damn. All right.
Tim Heidecker is like Crhis Pratt, someone you just don't want around.
Oh,
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
Oh,
I am a
see.
little tired of Crhis Pratt. I'm not
Big
gonna lie.
facts. Super tired of Crhis Pratt.
I got one
Yeah.
for you.
Hit us.
Homegirl
And
who
Ryan
said
Reynolds.
symbiote. She just had a comedy special.
Jenny Slate,
Yeah, fuck her.
throw her on. Throw her
Who?
on. Jenny Slate.
Get her the fuck out of here. Can't stand
I don't
her.
mind Jenny Slate, but you know what? She hasn't done anything interesting in a while for me, so toss her on the pile. Her,
Yeah.
Tim Heidecker,
Mm.
Nicolas Cage. Okay,
Amy
we need
Schumer.
one more.
I would.
Schumer doesn't count. She's not
Schumer
even.
don't count.
I
Schumer
wonder if
don't
this
count.
would be controversial or not. Charlie Hunnam.
Mm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, really?
Pause.
I just feel he's very generic.
Love it. Love
Like,
it.
when I saw him in
Josh Jones-
Yeah.
I mean I didn't watch Sons of Anarchy.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know everyone's all about Sons
Same.
of
Right.
Anarchy and everything. And there's my cat going crazy.
You didn't miss him. Anything.
And
I
and
like
so when I
Sons,
saw Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, Pacific
That's-
Rim. And then I was like,
hold on.
wait,
Was
I
that
can't-
the first thing you saw him in? Because that's a very bad beginning for Slate.
yes, that was the first thing I ever saw
Aw,
on Pacific
man.
Rim, and I was like, wait, is he the American or is he the Australian guy? I can't. What?
Yeah,
I'm super.
Did you-
Okay, no, he's not the Australian. Okay,
I'll let
okay,
you
he's
go.
the American. Okay, he's the right.
I'll let
Okay,
you
here we
go,
go.
Ness.
Here we go. All right, cool.
I haven't seen him in that many things, but what I have seen him in, I feel like he's a bootleg like Tom Hardy or Channing Tatum. Like
I
he's
saw-
just
Maybe I should switch
Did
it.
anyone
Hold on
see
a
him in The
second.
Gentleman? Because in The Gentleman, he's good.
Oh no, maybe I should
did
switch
see
it. Maybe Suicide Squad.
He's
What's
not
the
in
actor
Suicide
that plays? Was it Lieutenant or Sergeant?
I can't remember if I seen the gentleman.
The guy that was in Altered Carbon.
Yeah, I think that guy
Joel
more
Kinnaman?
so maybe.
Joel Kinnaman or something? Is that his name?
RoboCop. He was RoboCop.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman.
yeah.
But Joel Kinnaman, I can't because he's actually good on the show For All Mankind, which is
okay.
a Apple TV show that I feel is super under the radar, but is very interesting as a concept. It's a world set in if the Russians landed on the moon first, and it completely changes the trajectory of human history because America goes crazy with space travel, and because the Russians got to the moon first, they decide they have to get to Mars. So all technology, everything becomes trying to find engines and fusion engines and faster engines so that you'd be able to get people to and from Mars. And technology evolves, like they have the cell phone with screens like 15 years earlier and stuff like that. It's really interesting. So
yeah, Joel Kinnaman. Yeah, like I feel like him and Charlie Hunnam are both kind of guys that are like so generic. Like there's nothing I could really latch onto, or like you just homunculus, you know?
Okay, so Joel Kinnaman, Jenny Slate. I'm writing these down because I want us to remember them. Tim Heidecker.
Are we only speaking about male actors?
No, I think
Jenny
it's
Slate's a woman.
Oh yeah, sorry. What am I
Yeah.
saying? For me.
And you
Oh
you
wait,
said
continue
Nicolas Cage.
writing.
You said Nicolas Cage, right?
I did.
Is there anyone
And
else?
I know people are gonna come at me for that. I already know.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Not everyone loves Nick. I'm sorry. I love Nick, but like I saw Snake Eyes, and I remember when I saw Snake Eyes thinking, "Oh, this isn't it, buddy. This wasn't a good one." And then he proceeded to make other questionable films after that, and then just continued making films. And I will say this: Sam Jackson has also been doing as many films as possible, and I'm not tired of Sam Jackson. So it's not the actor, it's not necessarily how many projects they're doing, it's the way they're doing it or the projects they're picking.
Or just their general skill.
Why does that feel hot like knife? Why do you like? Why do
The shade at
He
Cage?
was in an Oscar.
Because I'm about to bring up another one that I can't stand, and this is a hot take because I know it's not a popular opinion, very unpopular.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, but you've said
wow.
this. You've said this. Yeah, you don't like ScarJo.
Yeah.
But is it because you don't like her acting?
Yes.
Okay.
I think she's overrated as an actress.
Okay.
And I
I'm
think
trying
she's mainly I just think she's one of those actors that people like on screen because she's like pretty to look at.
Oh, wait. I think this is the thing we wanted to talk about because we wanted to talk about Sydney Sweeney and Megan Fox. This is actually.
Oh, I was actually thinking Sydney Sweeney, but then I was like, but I don't remember you watching Immaculate.
No, I didn't watch Immaculate, but okay, because we were in the group chat, we were talking about the fact that we couldn't remember what we wanted to talk about, but at work we had talked about the fact that Sydney Sweeney is this actress,
The next
right
Megan
now.
Fox.
Yeah, she's the next Megan Fox because people keep comparing it to the idea of just like you're fun to look at, and people get like grown men go into theaters just to watch you, and that kind of and in some cases, as in Detroit, get arrested because they're touching themselves in theaters watching you, and then fall asleep because they're
word.
gross fucking monsters.
It's like that for this girl.
The
Really?
dude,
Come on.
Yeah.
the dude
Let me
fell
Google.
asleep after knocking one out, watching her in a movie.
Brian, I don't know if you know how it works, but generally we fall asleep after knocking one.
Usually we
It was
fall
that
asleep
good.
after some activity, not just you're handy in a theater.
Nah, man, when you old, bro, it's just like
Okay, I'm
That's
older
a-
than you, and I'm
that's a
not there
drop.
yet, so I don't know what you're talking about.
pop, drop, and lock it. That's what
I mean, it's even happened to me, so I get it. But
Wait, so solo knocking one out puts y'all to sleep? What the fuck's the secret?
it's
here?
happened.
man.
It's never happened to you?
It's an effort, bro.
That's
You
a- that's a-
got to use your
I've never heard of
mind
that
and
joke.
body at the same time.
Hold on. You guys are asking me, has it ever happened to me that I've knocked one out? And
No,
I
but
just
not
passed
because
out?
it's for me anyways, it's not because of the energy it took. It's mainly just it's like I don't know, it's like sometimes if it's late.
relaxing. Yes.
The
Yeah,
cigarette, the cigarette
exactly.
after and all that stuff.
Exactly.
But okay, in the time that you guys are talking about, was the plan to knock one out and fall asleep, or you just
if it happens, it happens.
Okay,
I think he
it
happened.
happened. Because I have had times where I've knocked one out and fallen asleep, but the plan was take a take a bath,
Oh,
relax,
okay.
knock one out, pass the fuck out.
Boy,
Light
why are
some
you trying
candles,
to
get some
you're trying to seduce
incense,
yourself?
Brian has a
bro.
whole plan.
Yo, I'm telling you, it is hey, you just said it's a
Get
relaxing
some
day. That's the
Sade
whole point.
on.
So, I can't do Sade. No, we're not.
No,
doing
there's
that.
not Sade. It's
I
just
need a Howard, maybe.
Well, you said take a bath. I was like, well, okay.
Okay, wait. But back to Immaculate.
Yes, sorry. How
'Cause
dare
I
we
have-
divert with masturbation?
I have because I have a story now that you mentioned I told you actually when we were at work.
Yeah.
So I went to go see Immaculate alone on Sunday.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? Usually I go on like days where it's super quiet, but I guess because it was the weekend, it was a bit busier. And I remember a scene came up where she was wearing this like white dress
Right.
and she was in a bath.
Yeah.
And because it was wet, it's see-through, so you can see her boobs through the dress. And somebody in the theater started screaming, "Damn!"
Sorry, I can't.
Shame on them. But
No, but was
hilarious.
it like a good dad? Was it like the Wilson? Damn! Like if you got one,
It was like, yeah, it was like, damn, like because they saw her boobs, and obviously everyone knows she has big boobs. So
Pickle bitties.
I just thought it was, and then Brian was like shocked because he was like, really? Somebody was like
I
screaming.
honestly, I haven't been to a theater where people yell out because they see boobs. So that's
nah,
why.
you haven't been to DDO, bro. They do that all day.
I told you
What?
what happened at
Jesus.
Endgame in Cotonej, right?
Oh my gosh, I can only imagine.
I mean,
Endgame Cotonej.
hold on.
packed.
Are we talking about like when major things like Thor? Thor's
Yeah,
hammer
not like
lifted,
fan stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
not
Thor's
like
hammer
No,
being
it was
lifted
just-
by
it was
Captain America isn't the same as a quiet theater and boobs come on screen and someone goes,
No.
"Damn!"
I mean, I'm saying like ending of thing, snap. I am snaps,
Yeah,
and then it shows that he's done,
yeah.
and the kids understand sacrifice that he made.
that was different though.
All the fans are one guy. What the fuck? What the fuck? And everyone laughed. Everyone's like, okay, yeah. I mean, like, no one was mad at the guy.
Yeah, that's
cussing the
different though.
screen,
That's-
because, like,
that
yeah,
to
we
me-
understand.
because
We all here together, buddy.
Yeah, I was telling Ness about how when I go to Fantasia, the crowds get like loud sometimes before the movie
That's
starts.
good.
Rowdy.
I love
And,
that.
and that to me is more akin to what you're talking about, Jaws. But she's talking about a regular ass theater where it's quiet and boobs come on the screen and these immature people go, damn, and then their eyes pop out of their head like werewolves in those old
nosebleeds, bro, nosebleeds.
Yeah, but I was explaining because like obviously you guys know I work at a theater on the side, and I was explaining that horror movies are, it's just that thing when it's a younger crowd, they're rowdy, they're screaming, they're throwing stuff at each other. Like, it's like, I don't know. I remember as a teenager going to horror movies at the theaters with a group of people and you're just fooling around. That's what we did. So I was saying, like, I'm not surprised. It's a horror movie with Sydney Sweeney, who's trending right now. Yeah. And she's apparently the next Megan Fox because she's not a great actress, but people like her on screen. So I'm not surprised.
She looks like somebody's little sister to me.
That you actually know, or you just mean in general?
Like in general, the face shape is like somebody's little sister, but she also looks like somebody like that I might know, and I'm just like, I don't know.
But that's the thing. I think one of the unfortunate aspects of her fame right now is people definitely see her, have fetishized her as the girl that fits in. Like, she does a Nun movie and you have people going, the people who made the Nun movie put her in a scene where she's in a white dress in water. Now, don't get me wrong, artistic integrity, sure. Maybe there's a valuable artistic reason as to why she needed to be naked in a white dress.
That shit could have been navy blue. Fuck out of here.
I know. She could have been in The Habit, you know, which is black, and you wouldn't have seen the big old the tiggle bitties. You wouldn't have seen anything.
Are they really that tiggle? Like, are they? Yeah, not like an exaggeration.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
so
pretty,
Skinny. What you need
no,
to
they're
do?
big. They're big.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What you need to do is go and look.
No. Don't start giving people the perverted sites.
No, just the closing ending
sites.
of what was it called again? SNL. He hosted SNL.
Yeah, I did see that.
The outro.
Yeah,
you'll see.
It's really, it's in your face. Like, she doesn't hide them, so you just have to look her up and you'll see.
She jokes about them.
It won't even be her face. It'll just be her.
And I don't want to do this to my Googles, but fine.
Sydney Sweeney, the name of her boobs.
I'll give her credit though. She is in on the joke, and she's just like, whatever. You guys,
she is.
You guys,
she has no choice.
Yeah, you guys are gonna joke about them. You're gonna joke about them. It is what it is.
Oh my god! What?
Calm down. You're online. You're in public.
I just said holy shit, as in that's just like. That's absurd.
What? Okay, they're not.
No,
that
you weren't kidding when you said
crazy.
that she leans into it, because a lot of these.
Yeah.
Is like,
the shot you saw, she was leaning into.
I don't know if you know anything about Euphoria, but her character in Euphoria is she's very revealing already, and that's where she started.
Like, I'm afraid of that show.
Well, actually, I was telling you guys, she started on another show before that on Netflix where she plays.
This is what made her.
Sure. But I'm just saying, an example of how comfortable she was playing a 16-year-old on that show, and even in that show, she's taking her clothes off. Like, she's been comfortable. At 16? I don't think she's 16. I think she's
no, but her character was.
But her character is a 16-year-old in the show, and she's even younger than when she is on Euphoria. So if she's like 21 or 22 playing a teenager in Euphoria, in this show that I'm talking about, which was a Netflix show that I cannot for the life of me remember the name, I'll have to look it up. She's like 18 playing a 16-year-old at the time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But in Euphoria, they are teenagers in the show.
So
they're playing teenagers, but she's not actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So
they're playing teenagers as well.
I will watch a show from Netflix to catch her acting and other stuff, because something about like Euphoria. I'm not really trying to watch a show where kids do heroin like it's a cigarette. Like, I'm just I'm super chill on that. They do all the drugs, and then obviously
it's not in a cool way.
It's not.
But it's also not everyone. It's
not everyone.
Yeah, one character's addict. The rest of them are actually just annoying teenagers. Like,
okay,
you have the girl who thinks she's the hottest shit on the planet. She's the queen bee. Then you have Sydney Sweeney, who plays one of her best friends, and you have the
sidekick.
Yeah, like Sydney Sweeney and the other girl who becomes a cam girl are the sidekicks. And then Sydney Sweeney's sister is Maud Apatow's kid.
Great character.
She's just a regular teenager. She's not even
Maud got a job. Okay, look at her.
Yeah, but like, it's funny because her character literally is just like, I'm just a kid. Like, I don't even you see her playing this role of like, why is
she's one of my favorites.
Like, in the show, she's
in the show fucked up and need Jesus.
You know what? You know what her character is though? In the show, her character is that person who is us, like, who woke up one
Yes.
day and found themselves in a Euphoria TV show, and they're just like, why is everyone acting like they're on TV? Like, she's the one that you're like,
Yeah, she has crazy character development in the show.
So that's
It's
my
amazing.
thing.
It's great.
I like
Doesn't he pull a Huey in the show? Like in Malcolm in the Middle, Huey, the youngest brother. I think in the later seasons
Riley?
he makes a
By
an
the way,
opera.
the Netflix show is called Everything Sucks.
Okay.
I did watch that show, I think.
So Huey makes an opera, and the opera is about his parents arguing, and then he makes a big production for the school.
Oh
His
yes,
parents are there,
exactly.
and they're like, Huey's paying attention to arguments.
Yes, that is actually
Skinny
how it
just
happens.
realized. Skinny
I
just realized,
watched Everything Sucks with that.
Yeah.
I loved that show, and then they
Yeah.
canceled it.
yeah, Sydney Sweeney is the blonde girl that the other girls think she's in love with.
Oh,
That's Sydney Sweeney. And remember how she keeps changing in front of her and she's always taking clothes off.
yeah, she didn't digivolve all that well. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Not for her to be like heartthrob and whatever. I think there's just slim pickings out there for people.
Well,
No,
that's
I
the
think
thing.
no. It's every few years. There's the new new girl to
Megan
feed on.
Fox.
That's how.
Yeah,
it
but I
happens.
mean, the homegirl
Kate Upton
from
was
Karate,
one.
homegirl from
FC
Cobra
Singapore
Kai
had a
is
really
better
good
than this
video
one.
about all of this.
Are you talking about the blonde girl from Cobra Kai? The
Yeah,
one-
like that's
Well, that kid, she's a child actress. So I feel like that's why she.
actually still.
Yeah, she's a child actress. Like, she started off on Disney shows and stuff. The girl from Cobra Kai, the
the
blonde
curly
one.
blonde hair one who actually can act. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. The one that shows up in the second
season. Yeah.
Yes, and you can tell they added her because they're just like, we need someone who can actually act on this show. The rest of y'all are a little stiff.
Y'all are killing me.
And then she comes in, and in her first season, in season 2, she's a little soap opera trailer trash. Like, she's kind of like a little too much. But then by the time you get to the end of that season, her development is so good, and like her performance is so good. You're like, oh, this girl is stealing the show. And then all of a sudden they start trying to f with her even more.
Yeah, that's where I fell off. But
yeah.
All right, I'll watch these shows, man.
Oh, you're talking about Peyton List?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
she
it's-
is a Disney kid. She was in
the blonde Peyton List, not the brunette.
Yeah,
one.
didn't she start in Jessie?
Yes, that's it. That's where she started. Why are there two Peyton Lists in Hollywood? I will never know. Because as far as I
No,
understand,
they're different though.
I know, but you're not allowed to use the same name. They
Wait,
always
what? There are two? That's a
Wait.
glitch.
Oh, you're saying literally?
Yes,
Yeah,
if you
there's
look
two
up Peyton List, there's two Peyton Lists. There's the blonde girl and the brunette. And Jaws, I know what you're saying, but every actor talks about the fact that when they get to the thing and they sign up for their SAG card, they always tell them there's already someone with that name. This is the same. This is the thing I don't understand. Peyton List and Peyton List have both been acting. They've both been on similar types of shows. Where like
Are they both
CW
Are they
shows
both in the same country?
Yes, both in the States. They're both American actresses.
Both got the same
Oh,
SAG
wow.
credit.
And one was American.
But it's
you know?
it's crazy that they both have the same, like, that's their birth name.
Exact same spelling. And that's the thing. I think one of the
One's a
rules
scab.
one of the one of the rules is if it's your actual birth name, you're allowed to use it, but they usually try and convince you not to if there's already someone registered. But
Oh.
and it's so funny to me because you both have the exact same. Who's the other? Oh, Adam Goldberg is the other one, but one of them's a writer and one of them's an actor.
I wouldn't be trying to go
Oh.
nowhere in Hollywood with the name Goldberg. Like that's just, you know.
What?
You know what I mean? Like
Disney?
everybody has that. Like, no,
Disney
that,
Peyton has a twin brother apparently.
The blonde.
I mean,
Yeah.
one?
I mean, if you're a Goldberg, there's nobody more famous than Whoopi. And
true. Yeah,
she
but like to
purposely
sign
changed
up
her
for
name
the
to
name,
that.
you know, yeah. If my
She
name is not
purposely
actually
changed her name to that.
got away
Whoopi
with it.
Goldberg's hilarious though. Whoopi's just like, you know what? I'm gonna have this name and I'm gonna be a star. Of all the names you could pick, Whoopi.
Well, yeah.
And
So when they do the
Goldberg.
call list, oh, Whoopi, go. Oh, Jewish guy. All right, here you go. Wait,
True.
what?
Yeah,
what she
that's
did.
a hack back then.
Yeah.
I
Hell,
wanna
that's a
get
hack
called.
now. Some people have their names. Some people have different names when they apply to colleges because they know those names will get better visibility.
Let me tell you how my daughter's gonna be a Lilandra friggin' Goldberg or Steinberg. What do you mean? You're applying to this one.
Well, I know.
Well-
What was it? David Bowie is not his real name.
No, yeah.
No.
He changed it because somebody else had his actual name.
Also, there's the what's the other thing that they say when it comes to names? there is last name end of alphabet syndrome or
I've
something.
heard of that, yeah.
Where like if your name is after M or N, like the back 13, you have less chances. They've like shown statistically those names have less chances of advancement because of, you know, people look at things in alphabetical order often and get burnt out by the time they get to the half midway. Like it's a whole, there's like a whole science to it that is so weird that you have some people who actively try and figure out how to change their names because of stuff like that, which I
imagine
found.
being Q. Like,
Yo,
I'm John after P. God damn it.
I'm happy with my H. All right, guys, we have some shows and stuff we wanted to talk about. I hope we have time to fit them all in, but
I'm gonna.
Skinny. I know you. I don't know if you're staying for the whole episode. Do you want to start with X-Men 97?
I will go quickly on X-Men 97. I will say, God damn. That's what I'll say.
God damn.
And I am not okay.
Guys, if you had a chance to watch X-Men 97, if you didn't have a chance to watch X-Men 97, get the tissue box, folks.
Tell me why I cried it the second time.
Thank you.
First time I was like, oh, okay, whatever. That's crazy. Second time, I'm like, wow, did I really tear?
Dude, I found myself sitting there being like, am I just a wuss now? Can I not watch a 30-minute
Hey. Why do you have to be a wuss? Why does crying mean you're a wuss?
Nah, man.
Because I'm crying watching a cartoon.
Nope.
At 2 o'clock.
No, that's okay.
Nah. I look at that.
I'm just wondering, do I need to have that many? I'll put it in a better context because you guys are jumping on the word wuss. Do I need to have this many feelings for a cartoon about mutants from Disney, for a comic book I've been reading my whole life, for stories I already know?
No, you see, for Brian, that's the thing. For this
better
story,
look at your background. Look at your background, Brian. You better.
We may already know the story.
Tears. We better weep.
That might be the title. We better weep.
We may feel the feelings and know the stories, but they went in every nostalgic bag for this episode. When I say they pulled from Akira, Dragon Ball, anime in general, every sad moment that's ever been in a Disney show, every sad moment that's ever been in an X-Men comic, they literally just went big bag of tricks. Whoop,
yeah, I feel. Minutes. You know what? I feel. I feel bamboozled and manipulated. Is what I
should.
I feel bamboozled and manipulated into those tears.
They made you think you're about to get a happy moment, and then they're like, "Here you go, cameos. Oh shit! Sorry, mom." You're like, "Sorry, mom, for what?"
Dude, the sorry, mom. When Homeboy says "sorry, mom" and disappears,
the big green ass light.
Okay.
Oh,
anyways,
man.
So if you guys haven't watched, we essentially get the what's the title of that story?
Remember it.
Is that's the name of the title?
Oh no, okay. So we essentially got, because someone actually brought this to light. What we got was Mutant Massacre,
right?
But in a grander scale, that was also whatever happened in New X-Men with Grant Morrison.
Okay.
So you read these ones, Brian.
I didn't.
Yeah, and you read these ones. You didn't read those ones.
I didn't read all of them.
So essentially, what some people are saying, what I've kind of got from this. Wow. Okay, Mutant Massacre in the sewers. Mad Morlocks are killed. They're saying like upwards of like 16,000. I don't know how 16,000 mutants are living in the sewers, but in the comics in the 1980s, that apparently made sense.
I mean, the one of the most popular TV shows, cartoons ever, was 4 turtles and a rat living in the sewers of New York.
And then before that, you had a thing called Chuds, people that just lived
true
in the sewers and all that.
4 turtles, Chuds, and 16,000, very different numbers, but it works. Cool.
Fair.
Here we have the island of Genosha, which is like basically, you know, free, like a mutant haven.
Can we acknowledge the Wakandan style music when they landed the Blackbird?
Love it all. Loved it all. And then in Grant Morrison's run in the early 2000s, New X-Men, Genosha was very prominent. Magneto ruled over it. Here they asked Magneto. I'll let Brian do the recap, but here they asked Magneto to be their kind of ruler, their king, much like the Hellfire Club asked Magneto to be their chancellor and White King in the comics during Mutant Massacre. So it all lines up, except for in Genosha, Cassandra Nova, which I'll let you do that. But Cassandra Nova, who is hinted to be in Deadpool 3, so this is all very cool how they're doing this. Cassandra Nova is known, or she basically took control of a Trask, got the unlock codes to some Sentinel stuff, used her mind to build this like scrap metal sentinel that would basically adapt. So it'd be adaptable to anything. Basically, these sentinels would grab materials from anything around them to adapt to the mutants that they're killing. And within like 30 minutes, unleashes this horde on Genosha, and like 16 million mutants get killed in 30 minutes. Like obliterated. The only one left surviving is Emma Frost. Cool. Cassandra Nova was nuts. They couldn't beat her. But basically what they did with and then bringing it and then doing what when you're watching the episode. Okay, so here's the thing that really clued me in about how fucked we were gonna be.
Oh my god.
Because if you guys are fans of Marvel and the 616 universe, all that stuff, if you're new fans, and this is how you know Disney is planting seeds like a fucking Johnny Appleseed. Like they are doing some shit. They introduced the show What If so that you as a fan would recognize the Watcher when you saw the Watcher. So that when you bring back X-Men 97 and you see the silhouette of the Watcher at one point.
Frigging clouds when they're doing the fireworks over Genosha.
Exactly. You as a fan who's been watching What If, you know the Watcher only watches and shows up for specific moments and can't get involved. So when you're watching this episode and you're just like, this is beautiful. This is so happy. And then you get to the fireworks and you see the Watcher like this, looking down, watching. You're like, oh no. And I remember I was sitting there going, no. Stop it.
See, I didn't see him.
I saw him immediately.
My eyes aren't HD TV trained yet. So it's like the TV's there, but I'm only focused on that one little part because you know what I mean? Like I'm not.
Yeah.
So my boy sent that to me afterwards. I was just like, no.
Dude. I was watching it, and as soon as I saw them pan the shot, and you see the whole left side of the screen is the Watcher in the clouds, and the fireworks are blowing up in front of him, and they pan down, and I was like, oh, fuck, the Watcher's there. I was like, oh, they're going to kill them all. And then you see, like, you find out Madeline's there, because that's where Madeline Pryor went. She went to Genosha, for those of you that Janessa, you'll remember Madeline, because that's the one episode we did make you watch when the Jean's clone showed up.
Yeah, I don't know her context though.
She got it.
Oh, the show didn't give it context. They literally just skipped her in, which is
you're there.
Yeah,
you mean even shit. Okay.
Even for us watching the animated show, the build up for her wasn't done. Like in the comic, they literally just plopped her in that episode. So you're not behind on that.
Okay.
She left the X Mansion on foot and somehow got to a Caribbean island within 2 episodes. It's like, all right, let's go.
So this is pre 9/11, man.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? She's in Genosha. She's helping them run things. They have the council. The council is essentially like Skinny was saying, it's essentially the Hellfire Club. You have Emma.
They got very Krakoa council.
Yes.
Council.
Yeah.
You
have Myra. You have Banshee.
Moira, Banshee, Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost. Obviously more. Madeline Pryor. We also have Callisto representing Nightcrawler is like their person. Like what is he like? Kind of like
he's like a
liaison, but like more or less like kind of tourist.
Yeah, tourist guide. Like let's say so. Yeah. I mean, the whole episode, I won't give too much of the episode because we already covered that, but it's just the key points. You have a Cable cameo.
Oh, God.
You have one of the saddest breakups I've ever seen in anything.
Bro, that was a real conversation.
That was again.
That was a real breakup.
Watching X-Men 97 at 40 should not evoke emotions
not like
that I would not even be able to comprehend when I watched it originally as a kid.
Dog, they pulled out an Ace of Base song that I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
I was like, this sounds like an Ace of Base song, to find out it's an actual Ace of Base song.
What song?
It was Happy World or something. Like it's like they probably had 2 good singles off their first album.
Yeah.
This is like the 3rd track nobody heard of. That should have been a single.
Is it Lucky Love?
No, it's something about like a New World or something. I'm telling you, his first album.
It's a Beautiful Life. No,
not that one.
No, but it's not one of, honestly, it's not one of the more recognizable ones. Okay. All this to say, the episode is fantastic. They managed to put in a lot of story into 30 minutes. Again, Happy Nation, yeah. This is one of those things where I'm impressed that you could make, and every week I keep wondering how you're going to do it. The only week that I felt was a little weaker was last week. This week, though,
yeah, last week they had to cut the budget for this 46 minutes of madness.
Yes, that is fair.
What? Give me 46 minutes every week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
you gotta play around with the budget when you're doing animation. We gotta move
Yeah,
this
you
over
gotta
here, put that over
do.
there. Explosion goes here, so that's a lot.
They showed it in Invincible last week. Like,
yeah, Invincible had. I was just gonna say, Invincible had a whole segment where they joked about the fact that we reuse scenes and reuse backgrounds and stuff. And the whole time I was watching this X-Men episode, I kept thinking, like, are they reusing anything? Because this is kind of wild at what they're doing in this story. But it was intense. It was really good. It was, I gotta say. Rogue went him.
I was just say I was a Gambit guy. I didn't care for him like many people do. I'm not like, you know how Gambit and Wolverine are every like the
we didn't even talk about that, but yeah.
But your boy, what he does is like, okay, you're up there now for me. However, what I love about what they did with this is that if you know that in Mutant Massacre, it's Gambit that gives up the X-Men and mutants to Sinister before him joining the team. So for this to be the full, like I thought he was turning on them. So for him to do this, which is a full 180.
Honestly, that, like you were saying, that breakup, when you watch the breakup, you're thinking, is he going to be evil? Like, is he going to turn? Dude, when she shows up and touches Magneto's hand in front of him and he's standing there like,
he's like, I'm done.
And then, but then to see him kind of go through the emotions of it, like, and I think one of the things that's hard for me to process with this show is the idea it's not for kids. Or at least maybe the original one wasn't for kids either. Like maybe it was a mix.
That show was for kids.
I mean, it was a mix though, because they were still covering storylines that kids weren't necessarily going to understand emotionally. You're not going to understand the complexity.
You're not going to understand it. You're not going to understand it in the moment, but hopefully you're watching it with your parents and you can ask them.
I mean, Saturday morning cartoon.
The show's not going to be boring enough for your parents to be like, they're going to be like,
no, I know
what's going on.
I don't know anyone who watched X-Men with their parents as a kid. So the stuff.
My best friend's dad watched this with us. He watched Gargoyles with us. What was it? Batman. And then, at the end of the day, I mean, we're watching Star Trek Next Generation. So I mean, he was eating good. TV.
You do realize you are an exception to the rule, though. Most parents aren't watching cartoons with their kids like that.
I'd maybe catch my dad watching Bugs Bunny with me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny. My mom used to watch it with me.
Sure. But that's because Bugs Bunny has been around since 1940, and everyone was just rewatching the same Bugs Bunny. Warner Brothers made bank off of Bugs Bunny. Can you imagine selling advertising revenue for a show you made 30, 40 years ago every week? Like, that's crazy. Like,
it still makes money.
It still makes money. Like, that's wild to me.
The Bugs Bunny and Tweety show we had as kids was mostly recycled shit from like That's crazy.
Those are just old 70s. Cartoons. They just recut them over and over and over.
Classics. Yeah.
Love it.
And that's
and they're still they still hold up today.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Super.
I mean, there's a few lessons that kids should not take away from it. Don't drop anvils on your friends. But other one, don't buy anvils.
You can lift an anvil and actually drop it, but all the time.
That's skinny. If you can do it, you might as well.
Yeah, if you're already that strong, by all means.
Man.
Die Gambit boy. Wow.
Yeah. So if you were to rate this episode, this one on a 5, Skinny?
This is the best X-Men episode I ever fucking watched. Are you kidding me? Fuck out of here. This is 15 on 10. Like, fuck out of here.
I love hearing them going from like episode 3 was trash. I don't like how they didn't let it breathe.
Listen.
Facts.
Bo said on Twitter, he's like, I wanted the first 5 episodes to be like the world before 9/11. I'm almost like, shit. You did that.
God damn,
and then he's like, and then after that is going to be what the world feels like afterwards. And he really means that shit, because if this is how you're coming at episode 5 and you got 10, my G, I don't want to see your season finale.
Yeah.
No, there's no X-Men left.
Yeah.
Storm don't have no power. Bishop's in the future. Jean don't really want a Jean no more.
Yeah.
Gambit's down. Like, Magneto's down.
Cyclops is turning into Dark Cyclops. Like, when Cyclops started giving his monologue and did that whole, like,
why'd you lie? Because you bitch ass niggas is normal. What?
Facts. What? The fact that this man called the reporter out on television is just like, y'all don't deserve us. I was like,
Beast's future girlfriend, by the way, Trish Tilby, nice little.
Oh yeah,
that's Beast's little squeeze thing.
His honey. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up.
Cyclops cussed her ass out. He was like, listen, y'all wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for us. Like,
I also do enjoy Cyclops accusing Jean of cheating, and it's just like, who do you love? It's just like, woman, I love both of y'all. What do you want me to say? You were both the same person, as far as I knew.
Bro, he's the king of bad answers when caught. Like, you're just, what are you doing?
Skinny, you know what? In a court of law, I would defend that answer because if I didn't know you were missing and they replaced you with a clone, and I had a child with this clone, and then this clone is kicked the fuck out of the house, and I'm here with you, and you're gonna ask me, who do you love? Girl, I love both of y'all. You think it's that easy to turn it off? I had a child with that woman.
At least lie.
I ain't lying.
This nigga's Shaggy and it wasn't me. What do you mean?
Yo, she can read his mind. What's the point of the lying?
What's hard?
We need to tell Janessa how he got caught, because this goofball, after cussing out a girl onto live television, my man goes upstairs and I knew it was funny, but he's like, you start talking to your current girl, which we knew it wasn't your current, but he started turning to his current girl about his estranged child, and then Gene, out of character, is like, Scott, tell me about your kid. Tell me about Nathan. And he just starts describing Nathan. He's like, I know I can't see color, but up here, I'm like, what you doing, Scott? Up here.
His head.
And then they start talking. They start getting closer, and then she's like, blah, 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 I feel it too. And then they kiss. Then you have Gene like, nigga, do you want to tell me what the fuck is going on? Man's just having a mental conversation with the girl around the way. Bro.
So he's mentally, he's it's cheating, but in your head.
Okay, but hold on. Can I take away the cheating aspect of my boy here?
Bro, that's cheating.
It is though.
He's not cheating on Gene. He just had a full relationship with this woman for a long time.
Baby mama.
It got her. They got pregnant together. He had a baby, and then all of a sudden is told, by the way, that was a clone. It doesn't just turn off. He's not.
No, but you're okay. I understand where you're coming from. Right?
It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
And I didn't say it was black and white.
Right.
It's not cheating.
Still cheating.
But if you're in a relationship and that's your girl, my girl, whoever's girl on the other end in Jean Grey's position, you're not trying to get her to understand that. Because she's gonna be like, no.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, what up?
Earlier in the episode, who was it that Jean was kissing? Because I remember Jean. I remember Jean. Jean is inappropriately kissing someone else.
When Wolverine gotta remind you that you're not supposed to be doing that.
Damn, I'm just talking on something I don't know about.
Jean, no,
you're right. You're
right though. Jeanette, the facts from your perspective, whether or not Jean kissed Wolverine does not make it okay from your perspective for Cyclops to cheat. So either way, those are two separate situations. And I don't believe in that thing of, oh, you cheated, so I get to cheat. But I will say, I don't think what Cyclops is doing is cheating in the context of, I had a whole ass child with this woman less than a couple weeks ago. And as far as I knew, you were
and then we just kicked her out the house.
Yeah,
and then,
like we got
maybe
Chris, she just looks like she looks like
you want to maybe tell your wife about it, because like she's kind of like, how long is this going on? About a month, nigga. Like, what are you doing?
That's true. He might have wanted to keep a bit of it to himself.
A month, and you're trying to tell me that you guys only kissed and talk about Nathan in a month? You know you had some wild, crazy telepathic sex. Like, come on.
Can Jean read minds?
A month? That's a long time.
Jean can read minds. I'm shocked she didn't know before, but also
Jean's not trying to worry. She's trying to remember who she is.
She's not trying to into his phone. She's not trying to take his hand while he's asleep and put it on the screen and get the screen to turn on.
I know Emma Frost is trying to figure that out though.
Yeah. Can I ask the panel a question real quick? Yeah. If you were having a personal conversation with someone telepathically, would it be okay for your partner, who is also a telepath, to come into your mind without permission and start witnessing everything and push the other telepath out?
I'm gonna let you know that if it's been my telepath for I don't know how many years. How long has Cyclops and Jean been together? 16?
Ever.
It's her mind now. It's her mind too.
No, she owns Cyclops.
No.
Yes. Like, I mean, at this point.
So hold on. I'll come at you with this. Remember in the Star Wars movie?
It's her mind now.
Remember the Star Wars movie where Rey and what's his name? Adam Driver's character. They were like talking to each other telepathically. Yeah. And then she calls him, and he's topless, and she's like, "Oh, could you put some shirt on?" She's like, and he's like, "You called me."
Yeah, you showed up in my head
while I was sleeping. What do you want?
I mean, I'm just saying, if I know my girl's a telepath and there's some fine ass chick over here who's also a telepath, let me tell you how I'm just gonna use someone else's brain as a vessel. Like, come on. Hey, let's use Morph to do this nasty shit.
Now, is Cyclops a smart man by any measure? No, folks.
He's a good tactician.
He can lead,
but his personal life is a mess, and I think that's trauma from his daddy.
If you need someone to
daddy issues,
also space daddy that ain't there.
If you need someone to lead you into a battle and to figure out who needs to do what, smart man.
Cyclops.
If you need someone with emotional maturity and the ability to read situations and empathy, do not ask this motherfucker anything.
He's broken. He's a broken man. Leave him alone. His eyes are broken. He's broken.
Oh wow!
But they are. He can't shut off his beams. All he sees is the color red.
I know, that's so sad. He even admits it. He's like, I know I can't see color, but I see those brown eyes. I'm like, damn, nigga. Like,
well, you shut up. You don't know what brown looks like.
Man. Think about that.
You don't know what
I can't see my son. He's just red all the time.
Fucking brown look like.
Can you imagine everything looks like a Nintendo Virtual Boy? God damn, that shit sounds horrible.
Oh my God.
He's seen color before he was a teenager. And
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but don't you like forget what it looks like?
Exactly. I would do it. Hey, Cyclops, take off your blue shirt. This is blue.
Damn, pity. Oh my God.
He's just mad colorblind.
Oh my God. Oh man. Oh, last thing I'll say. Can we talk about Magneto's dirty macking? And that's it.
Magneto. Listen, I gotta say, it is so unfair to compete with someone who can offer you a kingdom. Like Remy. Can you imagine if I was Remy, I'm Remy, and my girl is like finally tells me, yo, real quick, by the way, homeboy is my ex. Like him and I were real tight, and I got to tell you the truth. He's offering me a fucking seat on the throne, and you're Remy LeBeau sitting there like, well, all I got's these exploding cards.
No, why do I got very much Usher and Tom vibes from Boondocks from this
Great episode.
Oh man.
But Usher did nothing.
Magneto's Usher, bro. He's just coming through stealing your girl for no reason.
Mr. Steal Your Girl. Like full on.
Eric, are you crazy? He's like, well, I'm not gonna deny my passion for you. Like, duh. Like, obviously, I like you, but yeah, it'd be good for the people if we looked like we were married or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Meanwhile, Remy's in a white suit for the first time since 95.
Yeah,
in the show. He's like, I got rid of that crop top. Come on, girl. Come on,
since Scott and Jean's wedding.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, basically,
this man used a scarf to kill the Sentinel. Like, I'm telling you, he went full tilt in this episode. Like,
he's not giving enough praise for how badass.
No,
yeah.
Like,
he is actually an Omega level mutant.
Yeah,
and I think in the comics he actually went to
Sinister has
Mr. Sinister to limit his stuff because he could just blow up the world.
Yeah,
if he's not careful.
But I mean, this episode, he tapped into that level of energy, and it was fantastic.
I don't know how it didn't explode him, but I'm good, and that's how I know he's still alive.
Oh yeah, good point. I for a second I forgot. Yeah. Oh well, Skinny, X-Men 97. A blast talking to you about it. I mean, are you staying for the rest? Because we're gonna do Godzilla now.
No, you guys do Gojira. I'm gonna.
Oh, actually, Skinny.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to stick around because Ness wants to talk J. Cole, Kendrick diss.
I'll be. Oh.
I didn't know we were gonna have time to talk about it.
I'll come back.
Now, if
we do, we can try to do it. Yeah. How you want to go? Go ahead.
I'm down to do it now.
I mean, okay, I don't have much to say, but to laugh about the whole situation.
Can I ask what did he apologize?
Yeah. So
people are mad, and I'm like, what
the
fuck?
He dropped his album a couple days ago. Might delete later. And the last song is a diss track to Kendrick, which
7 minutes.
I love J. Cole, but he didn't say much. So I'm not gonna we don't need to dive into that. But 2 days later removes the song.
Yep.
And apologizes.
Yeah, at a concert, he said that was really weak, and
I haven't slept in 72 hours.
I shouldn't have done it, and I wasn't feeling it. It didn't
feel right with me.
Crazy.
I'm not even that.
So,
okay, because I heard someone. I'll say I heard Maul say, like, nigga, you destroyed your career. You've lost all credibility in the rap game. No one puts out a diss track, pulls a diss track, and then apologizes. You like I have no respect for you now. And I was just like, what did he do? Because I didn't see this part. This man apologized and pulled the track.
Like, it's one thing to like, you can apologize a couple days later and be like, I probably shouldn't have released that. But to pull the track, everyone already heard it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you just
was like the last minute push in there. So like I think he had it ready to go and you're just waiting for the thing to happen. And then Kendrick came out with the diss. And but like, oh man, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. And it's like, have you been paying attention to J. Cole this whole time? He's not.
I had to put Magneto on the screen.
He hasn't been that kind of dude.
That's the name
He's
of
been like the monk stage of the hip hop game for this whole time. Yeah. And so people are just like, oh, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. And it's like, nah. And then he did it. He shoved it onto the track list real quick, and it wasn't good. It was you could easily tell the beat wasn't good. The raps
was bad.
Were very weak.
Yeah.
It's just he didn't like say much to diss him. So it's kind of just like, and also like,
do you feel
everyone knows Kendrick is
because
top tier.
Yeah, for a rollout, he could have still released the album and then released a better diss track and promoted the fact that his album is out with the diss track.
But the fact that he pulled the track tells us that he didn't really want to release a diss track. Like,
do you think Drake pushed him?
No, people in his ear pushed him. There's a whole
maybe there's people in his ear for sure.
There's a whole thing. I'll say this before I drop. Kendrick, Metro, Future, everybody unfollowed Drake. Kendrick dissed everybody. Mainly Drake, but went for the light skinned gang. Cool.
Wait, did you say they unfollowed Drake?
Yeah, they all unfollowed Drake. Like 2-3 weeks ago. Like, it's been a thing. Rick Ross, mad people unfollowed Drake. No one knows why, but like people in the hip hop elitists unfollowed Drake. Okay.
No, I have not.
I mean, he's a joke.
Yeah, okay.
No, I mean, like, you guys, you know, like, I don't mean his music. I just meant like him in general, him as a person, like the things he does.
The opinion stated by Woe Nest.
Yeah, not reflect on this show. I want to go to OVO Fest for free again.
Reflect fully how.
No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Drake.
Brian Holiday. Brian Holiday is okay with claiming Drake as a joke. He has said so on this podcast himself as that. Sorry, Kenny, I'll let you get
So basically, they go and unfollow him. Kendrick comes out with this wild diss the same day that Big Sean puts out a song continuously to outshine Big Sean for no apparent reason, just like Jay-Z and Nas. Don't know why they do it. At which point nobody hears anything from Drake or J. Cole. People probably get in J. Cole's ear. J. Cole's like,
blew up his phone, so on and so forth. He puts out this song. He puts out Might Delete Later, which the album in itself I like, and then this song I don't really like at all. I imagine it's, hey, this guy's gonna take all these shots. People are getting in my ear, so on and so forth. I don't give a fuck why people unfollow Drake. I'm with Drake. I'm touring with him. That's my boy. Let me go defend our honor. Big three. Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Just to say sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the song is actually still there.
Yeah, well,
sorry.
So this goes into more of
that was fantastic.
So Drake does that. I mean, J. Cole does that whole thing. My theory is he either realized, man, like, I'm just rich. I don't care about rat beef. Fuck, like, this guy's not even really talking to me. Is he? I don't know. Did he say my name? I don't give a fuck.
Just one line. Just one line. Like, man, I'm rich. I'm the head of my record label. I'm actually helping people.
Yeah, I just bought back my masters from Jay-Z. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Also, all these weirdos are gonna be DMing my wife and my kids and saying all sorts of absurd shit to me for rat beef. Are you fucking kidding me? Get out of here with this shit. But also, number two, he probably found out why motherfuckers unfollowed Drake and said, "Oh yeah, I don't want none of this." And Kendrick's my friend. And in the dawn of Diddy going down, bro,
wait,
a lot of things are getting crazy.
Do we know at all why people unfollow Drake? Like,
no.
Is there any? So everyone, so a bunch of people just unfollow Drake.
But I'm guessing J. Cole found out, and he's like, "Let me just go back to being neutral." But also,
aren't they still on tour together?
They just finished. Oh, they have a couple days left. But also, his last album's called The Fall Off. If I'm trying to market a fall off, what is the most fall offy shit I'm gonna do? Something that's been unheard of in hip hop. Something that'll piss off every stone cold hip hop head. Putting out a diss track and pulling back. That kind of the amount of local.
I was gonna say like also like admitting every song was ghostwritten would be the other thing, but
yeah, but he ain't gonna do that because he already knows. He's like, I'm the best. I've been saying this for 10 years, but if I do something that's like unheard of in hip hop, especially in this day and age, not only will it bring people back to talking about this dying culture that no one's talking about this year.
Yeah,
notice how no one's talking about the big three really, except for the big three themselves.
Well,
so why?
I mean, and it's funny because you guys know I work in music. Yeah. The big conversation that's been happening when I'm talking to labels, when I'm talking to promo reps and all that stuff is country. The country pivot is so hard and it's so funny. Goodness. And it was even before Beyonce did her album. So the fact that people have been telling me for like almost 6 to 7 months that country is going to be the next thing. And then Beyonce dropped her album. I was like, man, they really are. Like, people weren't joking. Country is gonna take. And then you have country stars doing like the old hip hop scene, which used to be like the old rock scene. Well, Morgan Wellens is throwing chairs off the rooftop of patios of parties, almost hitting a cop. Cops arresting him. Mugshot. It's like, oh shit.
I mean,
this is still the same.
I mean, country's been doing hip hop stuff for like years, since we were in college. So like,
I'm just saying,
probably before that.
I know, but from the music industry,
I mean,
from the music industry perspective, people are saying the shift, like the way that hip hop pivoted after rock. Yeah, the trend of hip hop after rock. Now they're noticing the trend after. There was like the reggaeton thing, but that kind of still worked in hip hop. There's the Afro beats thing, still kind of worked in hip hop. But then they're saying country is the first one that's like when hip hop pivoted rock. It's like you can blend country pop, you can have some hip hop country, but country itself is going to be felt like a completely different genre from the hip hop, and will pivot and will kind of, and you know, it's true. We've seen Lasso in Montreal become a big thing. We've seen all these artists. Anyways, sorry, Janessa.
No, I was just gonna emphasize because I'm spreading false information. He talks about. I guess he talked about removing the song, or he wanted to.
He might take that shit down or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, so I don't want to give false information.
The album is called "Might Delete Later." He probably was just saying, "I might delete that track later."
No, I know, but I think I heard that he removed it, but I just checked on the album; it's still there. So,
if I'm gonna do something that's wild and then really annoy all hip hop fans, and my next album's called "The Fall Off," why am I not gonna do something that make everyone think I'm gonna fall off?
Yeah.
That way, everybody's talking about it. Everybody that's into hip hop media, so on and so forth, is talking about it. I swear, my Facebook is filled with the worst local opinions about this stuff, and I'm like, like people out, like little battle rappers, getting mad at my opinion because I was the first person 7 a.m. Monday to be like, yeah, good on him. It's really big of him to do that. I'm thinking of this from my father's perspective. You don't have to, but that's how I'm thinking of it. And most people it's like, boy, nothing's gonna happen to him. It's just rap. Almost like TDE, they're not aligned with Crips and Bloods at all. No. Okay, sure. You guys are stupid. Like, y'all are literally playing like you don't know what happened to Nipsey Hussle. Like, what are we talking about? All sorts of crazy people
didn't exist anymore because Kendrick left.
No, TDE is still around. They have everybody, but Kendrick left to start his own thing. But I mean, there's still people who are deep within LA West Side hip hop culture that'll be like, nah, man, fuck that. We gonna ride for Kendrick. This TDE, baby. Then, you know what I mean? Like, come on. We know what hip hop can get to. We know how ignorant can get off from words. Why am I gonna risk this in the internet age when I'm Jermaine Cole and I got this? Like, no. It doesn't make any sense to me. So that's all.
I agree.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm not mad at it. Makes
elder statesman. He's already being the elder statesman. He's not even an elder statesman yet. I mean, well, I guess so.
I mean, at this point he is, but
like, you know what I realized to myself, like, you know, like we're I guess, you know, sorry, not Janrissa, but like us three guys, you know, we're older, and I was saying to myself, how do you know you're old in this timeline, this you know, years now? And I thought to myself, oh my god, you know you're old if you actually have an actual picture with Tupac. All those people are 50 right now.
Yeah.
Like our truth had a picture with Tupac. Like,
anybody not what I expected you to say.
When he was alive.
I wasn't. I didn't realize a Tupac connection. Tupac.
You know what I mean? It's almost like for like younger kids, that's almost like opening up a book and being like, oh look, there's my grandfather with or my great uncle with Martin Luther King or something.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, that's not
hilarious.
possible. I only read about this dude in papers and people talk about him all the time. That's not real.
That is hilarious to think that there's in our era the equivalent of a Martin Luther King picture is a Tupac picture.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that, but okay.
But think about when you
I
were
would've
looking at a
been-
picture of those people.
No,
and
do it.
then
Tell
think
us how
about
old we are.
how long that was in time wise.
No, I get what you're saying.
It
I'm
really
just like,
wasn't that long ago.
yeah,
How old-
culturally.
You would have been what? 97. It's happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was born 97.
Bruh!
Yeah. I
See,
I
you stand.
I
Thank you. I rest my
remember.
case.
I remember where I was when I found out.
Okay, but
Tupac died.
wait.
weren't
In
even
my
born
defense, yeah, but he was young. Okay.
Yeah, he was murdered. He was murdered.
He was murdered.
Yeah,
I
he
know
was murdered.
But I'm saying he was young when he died. Wasn't he like 21 or something?
23.
He's in his
think
20s. I know
23,
that.
yeah.
he was
Yeah.
20.
Again,
He was young.
yes, I'm not denying that he was young. It's just that again, for us, like Kurt Cobain, Tupac, like a generation of like really influential musicians who died for us, which was a lot of musicians dying at the same time.
Yeah,
True.
we got
It-
hit
it
in
was
high school.
true.
boy.
Yeah, in high school, you were just
What?
constantly finding out one of your favorite artists was dead, and you were like, "All right,
The
I guess."
fuck?
There was no internet like that, so you could literally be like, "Really, bro?"
Yeah.
and then a week
I
later,
don't
much
believe you.
music
And you
is like,
turn on the TV, mention it on TV, and
Yeah,
like,
you're
oh,
like-
Yeah.
You're like listening to your Discman all night because you're just like, man, we're never gonna get more music from this guy. Then a year later, all of a sudden, there's a whole new Tupac album. You're like, all right, somehow they found all these hidden tracks.
Biggie duets.
Yeah.
Lord, what that man do for that album to come
Oh
out?
my
I don't even
God.
want to know.
Oh my
facts.
goodness.
That is, yeah, that's.
But listen, I would have been more upset because I was thinking he removed the track, but I would have been more upset if he removed the track. But
yeah.
I'm happy he didn't. Like at least maybe he regrets it, but own up to it and learn
Nah,
from it.
That's that's team control. Your team needs to be the ones to tell you not to gas you up in your ear and be like, "Yeah, go after Kendrick because this is gonna end well." And your team should also be there to stop you and tackle you off the stage when you're like, "I'm gonna apologize."
Yeah, but
because like, come on, Scott. Where was Bass?
Yeah, but
Where was your
it's-
boy Bass? Bass
it's
is big.
PR though. It's PR. They want to create controversy. They want to give what the audience has been waiting for, right? Everyone's been waiting
man.
for a diss track. So
Entertainment
I
is
don't know.
basically the WWE. You got to
Yep.
build up to
Yeah.
you got to build up to that drop.
Yeah,
You
they
got
had
to
do
build up to
something
that
on
next
WrestleMania
paper.
weekend.
You got to build up to that next album, and then when that
Yeah.
happens, then you got to build up again.
I just like that Kendrick keeps going, like, you know, little attack here, little attack there. Kendrick's guerrilla warfare tactic and lyricism is so nasty because he doesn't even stick around for you to react. Like you send a track out and you're like, wait, where is he? Like, you know what I mean? Like you're like turn around, you're just like,
Nah.
yo, this nigga just called me what? And you turn, you're like, where'd he go? And then you look like a fool because you end up being J. Cole with a diss track, 7-minute diss track on the back end of your album that Kendrick's not even around. Kendrick's just like, nigga, I'm chilling with
I
my
think he
wife.
shortened it to
Why you
3
talking to me like
minutes
that?
from what
Yeah.
I'm
He
seeing.
shortened it to 3 minutes, but like Kendrick
He
won't even tell
shortened
his
it?
friends.
oh,
Yeah.
did he?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm
it's
seeing.
the original was 7 minutes. No,
It's 7 minutes, but it's not a 7-minute long diss track. It's
no,
just
no,
a
yeah.
straight-
It's
It
like two
wasn't-
tracks. in one.
It's called that.
It's called
Yeah, yeah. He got
7-minute
you off.
drill. It's called 7-minute drill, but it's probably just 3. It says 3 minutes and 32 seconds.
Because
He
when
got
I
you
listened to
off.
it the first time, it was a longer track.
Hmm.
So maybe
I
he
think-
did delete. So
That's-
Ness, maybe he did delete it
Oh
and re-release a shorter version.
shit!
don't
So then
know.
I don't think I heard the original.
No, I think that is the original you heard. At some point, it's like a 3-minute song, then it goes into a completely different.
No, but I'm
instrumental.
saying if Brian's saying it's a 7-minute track, I haven't listened
What-
to the
so-
7-minute
yeah,
track.
Skinny. What did I hear? Because I heard a long track that is
me
two
search.
different tracks.
Let me
Yes,
Reddit
that's
this
what you heard.
shit.
That's the song.
Oh, okay. So that's but and then on the album now it's what this 3-minute something. That's the full length one.
I haven't listened to it since, but I'm gonna go back and check them out. The Spotty.
This is why we need to be able to download music again. None of this fucking streaming shit where you can change it on us.
Well, I
And then
mean,
we
you
all
could
have to-
technically download it. You could technically download
But if
it.
I download it to my phone and you update the track, won't it erase?
I'm
and-
trying to
Replace
check
it.
on Reddit.
Yeah, the internet should have the original one if there's an original one. I don't know. I
Maybe
feel
I-
like to me the most successful and best battle rapper ever is Pusha T.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pusha T
He
is
changed a child's life.
yo.
He did something for the future. changed made the father accept the son, and now what's that son doing? Making art for his dad's albums.
Pusha T announced his competitor's child.
But it wasn't a surprise though.
The baby mama, like that was wild.
No,
but apparently that info was out.
Yeah,
around and no one grabbed it.
It wasn't like public. Like it was.
Yeah, I think Vice did a story about it, but no one really glommed onto it. Everyone was like, whatever. They just glanced over it and kept going.
Did Vice talk about the fact that Drake wouldn't let the mom into the country? You know what I mean? Like
no, nothing like. I think they were saying that
added
Drake
elements
was getting
to it.
Shakedown, or no, Drake was getting was going to court in France over
allegations of child. Fraternity thing. No, yeah, okay. So see, I did hear the paternity story, but I didn't hear a follow-up to it. I'm saying Pusha brought out the fact that there is a woman, there is a baby, that you've been blocking her from entering the country. Those are all wild statements to make.
Now, Pusha's doing this on Rap Beefs 4 or 5 years ago, right? This kid's 7 years old now. J. Cole's looking at that. And he's like, nah.
Nah.
I
can't beat that.
I'm okay.
That's pre-pandemic, baby. That's how crazy
that is. That's what y'all are doing. That's a pity you guys are doing before a global virus. You guys gonna come at me with now. Like, forget this.
Wild. Hey. Do we even have anything in Geek News? No, we didn't even write anything down for Geek News. We were gonna just ride to
I don't think there's anything big on Geek News.
If there is, and we didn't mention it, consider it that we had so much more that we wanted to talk about on this episode. Because it was just a crazy one. Oh, damn, I was going to sign off instead of us going into God, because we're not going to be able to cover Godzilla in 5 minutes. So I was just like, yeah. All right, well, Skinny decides to bounce. That is what it is. Guys, this was a wild one. This was a ridiculous. I had so much fun. Like, listen to all the titles I have written down. Reverse Aerosmith, Diverted by Masturbation, Damn, We Better Weep, It's Her Mind Now, Daddy Issues, and Magneto. It's going to be Magneto, but ultimately, all of these titles are fantastic. So we had a fun one. Like, when I have this many title options, you know we went hard.
Means we were talking a lot of shit.
A lot of shit. We talked a lot of shit on this episode. X-Men 97, J. Cole. We talked Joel Kinnaman, Jenny Slate, Tim Heidecker, Nicolas Cage, Scarlett Johansson, Sydney Sweeney. Actors we don't fuck with. Like it was. We went hard. This was a ridiculous yet fun. And we did the Joker review at the top. So if you guys are tuning in now, you can go back and watch that. If you want to, and I highly recommend, check out the website GeekCypha.com. You can watch these episodes. By the way, for anyone who didn't know this, I just learned this the other day. If you go to our website and are watching one of our YouTube videos, if you close your phone, you know how YouTube usually closes? No, you should still be able to play it, because I was able to, even with the phone closed. I know.
So go through our website and
go through our website and watch and listen to the YouTube episode and watch it if you want, or just listen to it like audio, which is fantastic. I love that that feature works on our website. I think it's super great. I was really excited when
that's great, and I hate that YouTube doesn't allow that.
I know.
I think they only allow you to do it if you have YouTube Premium.
Right. Which is what I thought, but I don't have YouTube Premium, and I just did it. So
every video though?
Yeah, I think it's for every video. When you close your phone, it's because something different with the app with your account and whatnot. But on the website it worked. So go check it out, and you could, and as always, you can also check it out. Check us out on Spotify, and we're available on all other platforms wherever podcasts are available. And don't forget Saturdays you can check out our Twitch. And I'll put up the Twitch site for you crazy kids. You can check out our Twitch, twitch.tv/GeekCypha. We run archive episodes. We're up to episode, I think, 204 or 205 already on the archive site, the archives. So you guys can check those out. We're throwing it back. We got a whole bunch, some funny stuff. There's one where we make fun of Dave way more than I remember. And it's great. It's great. Listening back to it, I was just like, man, we really went hard on Dave that day. That was fantastic.
And that was his villain, his villain origin story.
Yeah, Dave is who he is now because we were assholes to him.
Oh, so I wasn't always the villain.
No. Akeem did not watch some of these old ones where we were just attacking each other like assholes. But it was fun.
Savages.
Yeah, that Akeem episode, people loved it. By the way, I have people coming up to me being like, "Yo, you guys really are fucking crazy. I have people telling me like I'm gonna report you to Uber. I'm one of the ones tipping. I just don't tip as much as I didn't tip one guy. One guy. God damn. Anyways, that's the whole show. Anything you guys want to tell the people? Ness is like
she's hiding her face.
I should hide.
Anything?
I had a couple people come to me and they were like, "You don't tip."
I would say check out Transformers Slag on YouTube and also the Toy Armada podcast.
Yeah, man. That's it. We're out. Peace, y'all.